Hello there everyone, and welcome to our first look episode of Final Fantasy IX. I am Sarge, and I'm feeling ill, so I've decided to play this game. Final Fantasy IX is probably my favourite game of all time, and you're going to get some like little things there. Oh, that's the lead character! You've got all these things that pop up, and they're really cool, and I'm just going to be happy and excited and coughing during this episode, so I apologise. Yeah, this game... Basically, this game is my childhood, because I can't remember. My memory doesn't work. So, all I literally have from being a kid are the memories I still have of this game. That's it. So, this is a game very close to my heart. Which, yeah, I can talk about it whilst playing. Let's start up a new game. One cutscene later, and we meet our main character. Oh, and basic menu controls. This is not helpful. I have a mouse and keyboard in front of me. Thank you, game! See, this game is perfect. This is the remaster. But, what are we doing here? Menu is V. The controls are really weird. I do remember this. And ask where the boss is. And the first battle of this game, you get to beat up your boss. And we get to start. And listen to the music! Oh, the music is one of the best parts of this game, and I can remember almost all of it and play it in my head whenever I want. Okay, what we're going for here is a weapon called the Mage Masher. This is what you always want to do, just steal from him until you get the Mage Masher. Oh, come on. Oh, I'm having such bad luck here. It's basically RNG on whether or not you get it at this point, because there's nothing you can do to really affect the stats of people. Sometimes you'll get it like first try, other times it'll be like this, where people just say they can't steal anything. Ah, there's the Mage Masher. Is that everything? I think that's everything. Let's check. No, he's got one more thing. Probably going to be like a silk shirt or a wrist. I think it's a wrist, actually. And, okay, that character right there is the most useless one of all. And there we go, that's all of the items gone. So now we just attack. Because this battle's ridiculously easy. It's basically just an exercise in, yep, steal from bosses, you get good stuff. And we get a little dodge there. You notice the animations aren't anything amazing. It's nice, simple turn-based combat. And that is the fight over, in just a minute or so. And that was with me doing all the stealing. Alright, and here we just get a plan. Yep, we're all thieves. Yeah, he tells us who we are, which is nice. And we kidnap Princess Garnet. And that's like the main story for the start of this game. Now we meet our second playable character. There's 8 characters in total who you'll get to play as like the main characters. Plus a few side characters who it does actually let you play as. And you may notice from the, like, huge difference between the characters and the scenery, but this is the remastered version, which honestly has some flaws to it, such as the huge contrast between all the people and the backgrounds. But the cinematics are much nicer overall. And here there's a little notice. No, a potion. And before, normally you're supposed to go up this way and do everything. No, Puck, go away. Alright, but he'll be important later. And here we talk to the Ticket Master, who appears to be some kind of dog person thing. Quite possibly. Most of the character... Oh no, he's a sheep? Goat? Something like that. And here... Oh no, Vivi's sad. But he gives us cards, because we have a fake ticket to a show, which we're now not able to see. Unless... if we run down this way, we trip, and knock this guy's sign. This is Dante, I believe. Yep, Dante the sign maker. And then he has to go back up and fix it, and because we distracted him so much, he'll forget to take his ladder with him. Because that's what happens. Yep, just leaves the ladder behind. And now we meet the rat kid who we bumped into earlier. And tell him the ticket's fake, why not? And yep, let's be his slave. Yeah, in that very brief amount of time I just became a slave to some random kid. And we just climb up this tower, and bop! Moogle! Yep, I'm slave number 1. And that's Kupo, who's a Moogle. The confusing thing is, you'll notice there they end most sentences with Kupo as well. So he's saying, glad I can help you, Kupo, but his name's Kupo. Which can get a little confusing at times. Now we get one of the really nice cinematic bits, which I think still hold up fairly well. Obviously it's not anything revolutionary, but this was a PlayStation 1 game. And just look at it. This is the remaster, obviously, but honestly, this has just made it a little more pretty more than anything. Well, I say a little more pretty as we get, yeah, that face appear on screen. Look at this. There's a bit of a stutter with it is the only annoying thing. Oh, it's... yeah, now you get this little... oh, this is so much fun. Oh, the music in this game's amazing. Oh, just look at this as well. It's just really nice kind of cinematic that they've thrown in. Oh, now we get another cool bit. Well, yeah, the two kind of good character peoples debate what's the right thing to do. 'Tis foolishness, if all were so easy, why none would suffer in this world. I love that quote. I have quoted that in real life before, and people just give me strange looks because they got no idea where it's from. And now there's one of the really tricky parts of the game comes at the start if you want to ace it. Which is, we're about to be controlling all of this fighting. And I haven't done it on mouse and keyboard in a very long time. So prepare for some absolutely disastrous controls here. This game used to be 4 discs. Obviously on Steam it's just 1 game. But whenever you finished the end of disc 1 you had to put in disc 2 and so on and so forth for the other discs. So yeah, it was spread over a lot because this is a very big game. Like a huge campaign. There's actually a unique weapon you can get for like getting to disc 4 in under 12 hours I think it is. Because that is speedrunning the game, basically. So that's just how long this game is. And actual speedruns of this game do take ages. And oh, here we have black magic. And let's show you what that does quickly. Just line all this up. And Vivi uses some of his MP, which is magical power, to cast a spell. And look at that, it does a ton of damage. But obviously he's limited by how much MP he has as to what spells he's able to cast, what he can do, but mages don't do a lot of damage, as you just saw from Garnet's attack there. They're also slightly back. You'll notice how Marcus and Zidane are further forward. That means they take more physical damage, but also do more physical damage. And the opposite is of course true if you're a little further back. However, Zidane's a badass, so he just dodges and then takes him down. There's a nice little sequence here where we see the airship, which is really cool. I like airships. They're such a cool idea. They ought to be in more fantasy stuff. And here, oh, yep, let's get cannons. We need to stop this kidnapping, so let's shoot giant arrows on metal chains at where a person is standing. This is totally a tactic that should be used. Yep. Just more of them, and oh, we almost killed our victim of kidnapping. And let's just drag the ship into all of the stands with people, and oh, everyone's going to die, oh, our children are dying too, everyone's dying, death to everyone. Okay, do you think enough people have died yet? Enough people died? No, a bigger cannon, that's what we were missing from all the death. There's a cannonball here which turns into a monster. Yup. And now we get another fight. This time with a cannonball, which is actually a bomb in the background. And a bomb is a type of monster that will explode. Hence, bomb. Now, he's going to be mean to us. We don't have any steal commands, so once again, it is just using our various attacks and whatnot. And you see here, Garnet can summon things, but she doesn't have enough magical power. However, she has white magic, so she can heal people. So if we use that on Marcus, I'll be able to show you there. And Vivi did something called Focus Spell, which increases the strength of his spells. So it's really good for later fights. And I'll use it there. And there's white magic, which does a bunch of healing. Which means you don't have to rely on using items so much if you've got white mages. Because white mages... Garnet isn't good at fighting, but she's very good at supporting. And there Vivi did more damage. He did 104 last time. This time it was 128 because he's got higher magic because he used the focus ability. Which makes it really good for long drawn out fights. Just focus and then start doing your attacks and you'll do much better. This fight isn't particularly important because it's all literally based around that bomb at the back blowing up. All you have to do is stay alive, which does not take much. Because as you can see, there's 4 of us and 1 person. And yeah, it's not at all difficult. Yep, and Vivi tells us it's a bomb. It should blow up very soon. Like, I'm surprised it hasn't already. It's really taking its time now. Nope, surrender. It's still going. So it'd be fine if there was stuff to steal, but all you can do is just attack until, until this point. Where the bomb uses its grow ability again, and then it's too big to be missed whilst right behind you. And now we get to see what effect that has. A big explodey effect, that's what it does. And she's quite happy about blowing up her daughter. Until she realises she might have lived! Which apparently is just unacceptable. This bit they didn't seem to remaster. Or at least you can't tell any difference. So it looks pretty much the same as it did on the PS1. Now Zidane turns up to the ship where they've been getting the wounded out and trying to get the fire under control. And yep, let me just get a little bit of context as to what happens. Garnet is missing, and now we get an 8. 8 Kupo, active time event. Yeah, other events that are happening at the same time elsewhere. And you have to press 1 at this point to actually watch it. Most of these are optional, but a few of them it does force you to watch. But it's basically just extra story. Some of them can potentially yield you bonus items as well, which is quite a cool feature. Sometimes you have a bit of control over the actual cutscene. That happens here. And there we see something going badly wrong. And at this point, we're at Evil Forest. And is Moscow? No mail. Okay. And at this point, I think it's a decent time to end. Because this is the point where the game kind of starts getting going properly. You get to see more basic combat, what it's actually like. And then once you make it through Evil Forest, there's a boss fight at the end, like a proper boss fight. And then you get into the open world section of the game. But that would be a good another hour of gameplay, I reckon, to get there. At least in the way I like to, and with all the stuff that goes on. So this is a good time to end, seeing as this is just a first look episode. So, in the comments below, tell me what you think of the game. Because I can handle criticism for this game, don't worry. This is my favourite game. But I know it doesn't look that great anymore. And the combat's not particularly interesting to most people, and the story probably isn't either, and it's something you did kind of need to have the time to play and invest into to make it interesting. Oh, his idle animations are cool. And you had to kind of create a bond with it, more so than you could do in like a 10-15 minute video. It's a game which you need to sink dozens of hours into to really get the experience of what it's like. But if you did enjoy seeing a look at this, there is a like button you can hit, which would make me feel good about posting these first look videos, which I've been enjoying making. It's nice to have a broader spectrum of games on the channel. If you happen to be new around here, and I've just found this because it's Final Fantasy IX and not a lot of videos are uploaded of it recently, thanks for watching. I would say subscribe. I mean, we do Skyrim and Fallout and stuff like that, but before you subscribe, take a look at the channel, see if you enjoy it. That way, if you do, subscribe, enjoy the videos. But that is all from me now. I need to cough and splutter and edit. So, thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.